Now, in the previous clipping, we were talking about diversities, differences between the different segments of the population. So, here we shall take up a story from the Mexico Olympics, in which the medal giving ceremony was going on, and there were two African Americans who had won the 200 meters race, and the Olympics were held in Mexico City in 1968. Their names were Tommy Smith and John Carlos. Both of them, one had won a gold medal and the other had won a bronze medal. But both of them wanted to show it to the world that they were discriminated in America, that they were not treated equally in America. So, this is the way they protested. This is the way they tried to show to the world about the discrimination which was prevalent in the American society. They wore black socks with no shoes, which clearly indicated that they were telling that the poor were homeless and lived in poverty. But they also had raised hands with black gloved and clenched fist, which meant that they were looking for power, the black power. Now, this was just a showcase of that they were trying to show that they were being discriminated in America. Then there was another Australian athlete named Peter Norman, who also wanted to side with these African Americans. So, he too sided with them. This was in fact showing it to the world that look, we are discriminated and you must do something to bring about equality in the American society. This was a landmark in the civil rights movement history of America. Of course, this was not at all liked by the International Olympic Association. Now, what do you think, children? Supposing you are discriminated, should you go and talk about it in the international community, or should you just keep quiet and talk about it in the country where you have been trying to tell the government but they do not want to listen to you? Well, some people felt that it was more of a political issue rather than of a social issue. So, the International Olympic Association penalized the three athletes. Tommy Smith and John Carlos were banned, whereas the Australian Peter Norman back home was not allowed to go and join the next International Olympics. Well, you must understand one thing. Sometimes we do something and the people do not understand, but you have to fight for your rights. Because I seriously feel that what they did was absolutely right, and if people did not understood it that time, it was their fault, because we have to fight against the injustice which is prevalent in the society. So, you have to be martyrs to bring about great changes in the society against all the discriminations which are prevalent. But as they say, that slowly and gradually, whatever you have done, if that's right, then people realize it and they honor you. Similar was the case here. The San Jose University, where both of them had studied, actually honored them, and it was a great moment in their life. So, this in fact proved that the American society had understood that what they did there was not to harm the dignity of America. It was just to tell them that they are looking for equality as complete citizens in the United States of America. Besides, when Norman died in 2006, both Tommy Smith and John Carlos went to his funeral and they acted as pallbearers to his funeral ceremony. This in fact only proves that we have to fight against all the injustice prevalent in the society, slowly and gradually we will be looking for results, we will see the changes, as we saw in the case of this example, wherein it became a landmark in the civil rights movement of America, and slowly and gradually people realized that all the African Americans tend to be equal in their society, and they were given those rights.